Bon Weep, Grana Weep, Ninny Bon, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Scarlet Storm, and today is currently Tuesday, the 31st, and we just watched the live stream of the new Transformer figures that are going to be out in 2023. Now, before we start, make sure you like and subscribe so YouTube will let me make more of these videos. And please, no hate comments or anything, because that's just annoying. Now, a whole lot of stuff was revealed today, like Wave 2 and Wave 3 of Legacy. Yes, you heard me right. Wave 3 of Legacy. So there are a whole lot of exciting things to talk about in this video. Now, before we get to Legacy, I want to start off with the Rise of the Beast stuff, since a whole lot of it just got officially revealed today, and currently are open to buy on Hasbro Pulse right now. So, a link is in the description if you want to check out what's on Hasbro Pulse. Now, let's get into this. So, I won't be going over stuff that we already know about the figures, but I will be going over all the new information that we have about it. So, let's start off with Core Class RC. Now, RC is a core class because, well, they're making her accurate to her size in the movie, because she is supposed to be like 8 to 10 feet in the movie, and it's kind of a shame that she's not going to be a deluxe class of this figure, because this design is so awesome. But who knows, 1 to 10 years from now, maybe there'll be a deluxe class figure of her. Who knows? But other than that, it doesn't look so bad itself. I would actually get this first day of it coming out. Now, for the vehicle mode, it looks exactly how it did on set when they revealed the vehicle modes for the characters. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a licensed toy, but hey, it still looks like it does on set. Next, we have Cheetor, and it's going to be in his beast mode because we already know what his robot mode looks like. But it shows us how his two spike-looking weapons will attach to his beast mode. Now, we also got an official reveal for the Rise of the Beast leader class, Scourge. Now, they have been teasing us about this for a while now, and now that it's officially revealed, it looks amazing in vehicle mode and in robot mode. And it was definitely worth the wait. But since we're talking about Scourge, let's talk about another Terracon, and that being Freezer. Now, Freezer is a mixed bag for me, since even though he's a core class figure, he has amazing paint, but I just don't like the protoforms in the live action movies. And that's really it for the Studio Series figures for Rise of the Beast. Now, we don't really know anything about the Optimus Prime figure or the Optimus Primal figure that's supposed to come out for Studio Series, but maybe that'll come out in Wave 2. But now let's get into the good stuff. Transformers Legacy Evolution. Now, let's start off with the core class. And for the core class, let's start off with the only Autobot on the core class. And it's been one that we've been waiting for. It is Grimlock for the Dinobot combiner, Volcanicus. Now, I don't really know how to feel about this core class Grimlock. The feet are too big, it's stubby, and the arms are super long. The head is also smaller than most of its body. Now, it looks like a hodgepodge, but when it goes to Dynamo, it looks better, but it's kind of reminds me of the power of the Prime's Grimlock. But it looks amazing for a core class figure. Now, we also have an image of Slag and Sludge in the combined mode of Volcanicus, and we see that Grimlock turns into one of the legs. Now, I find it kind of weird that Grimlock's turning into one of the legs when he is the king of the Dinobots. He should be slap in the center. But if you think about it from a logical standpoint, it looks like he could be retooled into Dino King. Even though it's going to be made into Dino King, I still would like if Grimlock turned into a chest. But for Dino King, the Triceratops has to be a chest. Now, when you look at the Grimlock as the leg, it looks like it's mistransformed a bit. But only time will tell when we get it in hand. Now, I'm just going to reserve my judgment for when I get the figures in hand and review it for you guys. Now, let's go on to the next core class figure. Now, this figure has been in the listings for a while. And when I heard that it was going to come out in Legacy Evolution, I didn't want to buy it. But now that I see the images of it, I want it even more. Now, the figure I'm talking about is Nemesis Prime, which is a redeco of the Core Class Optimus Prime we got in Kingdom. And it looks amazing. The color deco looks good too. And instead of coming with the blaster like the Core Class Optimus from Kingdom, it comes with an Energon axe. And I do have to say, the Energon axe looks amazing. I think it was leaked when it was in the instructions for the Core Class Optimus. And here he is in vehicle mode, and it looks good. It's decked out with metallic rims. And all in all, it looks better than the Core Class Optimus Prime. And speaking of redecos, we also have a recolor of the Core Class Starscream, and it turned into Thundercracker. So as you know, we completed the Seekers now, and I don't really have that much to say except for it's good that it's a recolor of Starscream and not Skywarp, because it does have that tuning fork that Skywarp had, which means that he will actually come with the null rays. And for vehicle mode, I don't really have that much to say about it. It just looks the same as for Starscream and Skywarp. But all in all, I say it looks pretty good, to be honest. Now we can actually jump into the juicy stuff, and that is that Junkion 2 actually has a name now. And the name they chose for him is Crash Bar. Now, Crash Bar turns into a motorcycle, which I think is pretty cool for Junkions, because all we know is that most of them turn into motorcycles in Transformers the movie from 1986. Now, if you buy more than one Crash Bar, you can actually combine their vehicle modes together to make like a double motorcycle, and you can plug it into Scrap Hook. Now, here is his robot mode, and all I have to say is it shares aesthetics with the Scrap Hood figure we got for Wave 1. Now, it really looks good, and I can't wait to get him in person so I can review him for you guys. We also have another deluxe reveal today, which took me by surprise, which I believe is one of the biggest surprises that we have for Legacy Evolution. That being Shrapnel, our second deluxe class figure for the Insecticons, and I gotta say, it looks amazing. Now, when I first saw it, I thought that there was a gap in between the head and stuff, but now that I look at it closer, it's just the paint. We had Kickback last year for Wave 1 of Legacy, and we're supposed to be getting Bombshell for another wave in this line, so this came to a shock at me because I thought only Bombshell would be in this line. And I'm kind of glad that the Insecticons are getting the deluxe class treatment, so they won't be in Core class or Legends class anymore. And for the bug mode, I don't know what to say about it. I'm not the biggest fan, but it looks exactly like his toy did. And I would just need to get it in hand before I make my final judgment of the figure. We also have a figure of Crosscut, which is a recolor of the Burnout mode from the Velocitron line, which was a repaint and retool of the Skids mold from Legacy Wave 1. And I'm not gonna lie, this mold has gone to Worst Transformer of the Year last year, so I don't know if this could be redeemed. But I'm still going to get it because it can work perfectly for an Auto Trooper, if you think about it, since it looks generic and you can use it for practically anything. And when you look at it in robot mode, the head kind of looks like Optimus Prime. Other than that, stay tuned for the full review. And we also got an official reveal for Animated Universe Prowl, which looks good, but my only critique is that the bike mode looks pretty gappy, which I don't really like. Other than that, it looks spot on to the shell model and original toy. But I really think the robot mode is where this figure takes off. It's the perfect blend of the original and G1, which I would say the Prime figures didn't really do that well in, except for this new one, which we're about to talk about in a little bit. But before we talk about the Leader class, let's talk about the two Voyager class figures that we have. The first one is Metal Hawk from the Japanese G1 continuity, or Super God Master Force. And it seems to be a retool of the Cyclonus figure from Kingdom. Now, the Cyclonus figure actually won Toy of the Year before, which I say is the perfect way to introduce Metal Hawk into the Legacy line. Now, when you look at robot mode, you can obviously tell from the shoulders that it is a retool. Now, I just gotta say, it looks amazing, but I don't see why they're changing the scale for the Pretenders. First we had Core Class, then Deluxe, and now Voyager Class. It doesn't really make sense to me, but it's Hasbro we're talking about. None of what they do makes sense. And I'm not too keen about them scrapping the whole Pretender Shell idea. Other than that, I find it to be an amazing figure. Now, the next Voyager class figure is actually Twincast. Now, Twincast is a recolor of the Blaster figure that we got from Kingdom or Legacy, depending on which one you bought it from. Now, he was originally supposed to be in Wave 4 of Legacy, but he got pushed back, which I say was the perfect timing for him, so we could just wait, since I didn't really see it make sense that we got two of the same mold for practically the same character in the same line. Now, instead of coming with Eject, he comes with Rewind, which I've been waiting to get a Rewind figure so I could have Chromedom and Rewind in my same collection, because I'm a huge IDW fan. Now, to wrap up the mainline figures, let's go into the Leader Class figure. Now, this Leader Class figure has been leaked for a while now, and who I'm talking about is Legacy Evolution Prime Universe Skyquake. Now, I just gotta say, I love how they blend the G1 and Prime style of Skyquake together. And they even stated that it is compatible with the Needlenose figure that came out for Wave 1 of Evolution. So I am definitely going to review it as soon as it comes out. Now here's a little background on Skyquake. So basically he came out near the end of the original toy line for Transformers Prime. So there wasn't really that much quantity of him. So most people had to stick with either buying Dreadwing or not being able to get the mold at all. And it's actually good to see him in the Leader Class. And here we have it in the robot mode. Now, I gotta say, I know this is going to get recolored and retooled multiple times. He may even be retooled into his brother Dreadwing. The only bad part is it's going to be in the Leader Class, so that's going to be like $60 American and $80 in Canadian prices. But hey, it's worth it for this amazing mold. So yeah, this guy's pretty awesome. Then we have an image of everything that was revealed during the live stream, and I think it looks pretty awesome. All the characters that were revealed for Wave 2 of Evolution. Now, let's get into the pipeline reveals. Now, this is one thing that everyone wanted Hasbro to do for Transformers. Basically, it's going to tell all the new figures that are going to come out in the next wave. Now, they do this for Star Wars, and I'm pretty sure they do it for G.I. Joe, and I'm just saying, it's about time they did this for Transformers. And yeah, it basically confirms some of the leaked listings we heard about for a while now. Now, we're suspecting to see these things for Wave 3 of Legacy, but it could be Wave 4. We never know. For the first figure that was revealed, it was a G1 DevCom, which is pretty awesome. There's also a Beachcomber, which is also confirmed, and I'm very excited for it. I also think this one was leaked a while back, but I'm glad it's officially been revealed. Also for the Deluxe class, there's going to be another Junkion called Axle Grease. Now, we don't really know that much about Axle Grease because they already have the in-hand models, but they're not just going to show us because they want it to be a surprise to us. So, Axle Grease doesn't have an official art or anything. So, we just have to speculate on what it is. And we don't have to speculate on his name since they already gave it to us, so we're not just going to call it Junkion 3. Now, for the Voyager classes, there's going to be a Legacy Dirge. Now, Dirge is going to just be a repack of the Earthrise Voyager class figure that came in an Amazon Tooth Pack, which was hard to find since we were in the pandemic during the time. We are also getting a Leo Prime repaint in the form of Leo Nemesis Prime, which is really cool in my opinion. Then we jump into some more pipeline reveals, which being the Armada Leader Class Megatron. Now, the Leader Class Megatron is stated to come with the Star Saber, which I think is a good thing to come with since I did not like the one that came with Armada Starscream. It also makes sense because he's a Leader Class, so it'll be bigger in any way possible. And that's really it for the pipeline reveals, though we didn't really get to see what the Titan Class and the Commander Class figure. Well, it is what it is. And they said they're going to do another live stream in March, so we might have to wait for that to see the Commander and Titan class figure. But they did say one thing, that they're going to recolor the Holiday Optimus Prime, which looks amazing, by the way. in its original prime colors. And I believe this is going to be the superior recolor of this mold. All in all, it was a pretty decent stream. We got to see what Freezer was for. We got better images of our sea. And for Legacy, we have a whole lot of new things that I think are amazing, like the Crash Bar figure, the Twin Cast, Metal Hawk, and Skyquake. And you know I'm definitely getting the Insecticon and Prowl. And I may be getting crosscuts like have Auto Troopers. But who knows? Tell me who you guys are waiting for that was revealed. And make sure you do the poll on the community tab so I can know which character you guys want me to review for you guys. Thank you for watching the video. And as I said at the beginning, make sure to like and subscribe so the algorithm won't take me off of this channel. Now, follow me on all my social medias, which are TikTok and a few others, which I'll put in the description, and make sure you join the Discord. See you guys in the next video.